I'm back. Just going to wait for a few people to jump on before I launch in to do the tarot reads. It's been a little while. It's been a few weeks, 3 weeks or something like that. I don't know. It's been a while. Hello. 2 people have jumped on. Hi. Pop your name in so I can see who it is, so I can greet you. It's good to be back. It's been a while, hasn't it? It's been a while. I've been busy doing stuff with family. Got my sister here from the US, so I've been busy doing that. Well, you know, hanging out with family and stuff and school holidays and all that sort of stuff. So it's just been a bit hectic. I'm so thrilled to be here. I'm totally ready for our weekly read. Well, the third weekly read. Anyway, I'm here. I've made it. Hi, Miranda. Good to see you. So glad you're here. So, yes, please just pop your name in so I know that you're here. Say hello so I can greet you. Would love to see who's here. Really keen to do these reads. I'm going to wait for a few people to jump on before I start. I hope you've all had an incredible school holiday break and a good week last week. And hi, Emma. Lovely to see you. And hi, Morgan. Yeah, it's full moon, hey? Full moon. I forgot it was a full moon. Everybody was complaining about how intense it was and stuff. I didn't even notice. Suze, hello, long time no see. Lovely to see you. So glad you're here. Hi, Shannon. Yeah, I didn't even notice it was a full moon. That's a first for me. I'm usually complaining, or maybe I'm just blaming it. Hey, maybe I'm just blaming the moon. I'm usually complaining about it. I forgot there was even somebody reminded me. It was a reading I had this morning. She said, you know, it's a full moon. I'm like, oh yeah, that's right. Whoops. Yes, so pretty keen to get this read on. Hey, the weekly tarot report. I've been a bit inconsistent, haven't I, doing my weekly report? I'm back though. Definitely back. Hello, Paul. Good to see you. So glad you're here. Definitely back though. Keen as mustard to get back into this again. I'm getting closer and closer to jump back onto Spirit Events directories. That's coming. So make the most of it whilst you've got me to yourself. If you're feeling generous, a share would be amazing. Keep hitting these bell things. Keep hitting the the table. Hi, Amy. Good to see you. Oh, you had a big cry, did you? For no reason. Yeah. Well, it's apparently it's supposed to be a fairly intense energy, particularly around relationship. Aries moon can be a little bit volatile in the sense that, you know, maybe some big emotional outbursts, a bit of anger, a bit of conflict, maybe competition, that sort of thing. Hi, Diane. Lovely to see you. Yeah. Oh, and you've got a little bubs, don't you, Amy? You've got a little baby. So that's, you know, lack of sleep doesn't help either, does it? You know, we can be a bit more sensitive, I think, when we've had lack of sleep. I've been awake for most of the weekend. I will say that. I've been the lead up to the full moon, I've just been buzzing, busy doing stuff, tired, but just not non-stop moving. Built a bed, and what did I do Friday night? Was it Thursday night? Thursday night I worked. Friday night, or was it Thursday? I can't remember now. Busy anyway, Friday night. Yeah, she's amazing, is she? Oh, what's her name, Amy? Would love to hear her name. What's her name? Hi, everyone, to the other people that have just jumped on. Aries, yes, that Aries moon. Hey, Paul. Mars, the planet Mars. Mars rules Aries. Yeah, so welcome to the people that have just jumped on. So glad you're here. So I'll quickly introduce myself. I think most of the people here know me, but if you're watching the replay, my name is Marina Lovas. Ellie Jean, Ellie. Is it Ellie? Am I pronouncing that correctly? Sweet. Yeah, so my name is Marina Lovas. I am your soul purpose mentor. I support intuitive and spiritual entrepreneurs to monetize their passion to purpose, creating programs and services, blah, 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 blah. Start again. Programs and services that sell out. And I teach tarot and channeling. And so I've got a new offer coming in tomorrow. So keep your eyes open. I was on having a chat to Spirit actually, and Spirit asked me to press pause. Now, I don't always listen. But I listened. because apparently I need to learn to I need to learn to listen. So I thought, okay, well, I'll do that. So you'll have to wait to see tomorrow what comes up. I've been told it's tomorrow. Yeah. Oh, you're an Aries, Paul. Got it. Hi, Janine. Good to see you. Yeah. So, all right. Well, if you're feeling generous to share, would be amazing. So, how this works is I'm going to pull 3 cards, and these 3 cards are going to be. Just pulling my sleeves. These 3 cards are going to be the energy report for this week. Hi, Caroline. I'll just pull them randomly, and then and then I'll do some free readings for everyone afterwards. So if you'd like a reading, stick around. And I do love questions, and I love readings. I don't mind doing a few love readings. I'm pretty happy with that. I enjoy that. Dawn, you made it. Awesome. I'm so happy you're here. Hello. Glad that you're here. This jacket's really annoying, hey? It's banging on the table and it's making a chinking noise. It's really annoying. Oh, all right. Let me pick some cards, hey? We need 3 cards for this week, 3 cards for this energy report. I've been missing it. I have been missing it. That's for sure. I'm back in, everyone. You'll be seeing me every week. I'm back. I'm definitely back. All right. 3 cards. I definitely haven't. This is going to sound terrible, but I haven't missed social media. Honestly, I wrote a post today about all the junk that's online, and there is a lot of mindless crap on there online. I actually unfollowed a few people this week. I just thought, why am I reading this? What do I really want to be reading this? Am I like what is this? How is this helpful? How is this helpful? Just got rid of it. Sounds terrible, but just did a few deletes. You've got to it's called, just cleansing my space a bit, hey? There's just a lot of stuff on social media that you don't want to be like having that, in your subconscious, being, programming yourself with some of the mindless or some of the unhelpful information that people are like seeding online. You want to be careful about who's in your Facebook and what you're looking at in your news feed. It's a lot of junk. There's a lot of junk on there. A lot of junk. Anyway, okay. So, all right, energy report for this week. Who's keen? I'm keen. Let's see what the first card is, hey? Oh, wow. Okay, so don't take this as a negative. So the first card for tonight is the 8 of Cups. This is about surrendering. This is about letting go to surrender, handing over your, it's like submission, submitting to the greater, handing it over to spirit, or handing it over to God, or handing it over to something greater than yourself to let go. This is the card of the message of this card is to let go of the control. That if you want what you want, you have to set it free first. And, in terms of doing intentions work or spell work, one of the key ingredients in spell work is really like you set your intention, then you let go. And so, in terms of this full moon, I'd be making that suggestion as well. Set your intention and then let it go. Hand it over and let go. This card, for some of you this week, this card may mean letting go of relationships, or letting go of trying to control someone to stay in a relationship with you, or letting go of trying to make the relationship better or try and make it work. This is about just handing it over. And so in the story, Psyche she's been on this mission to try and win Aphrodite's favor by going on all these tasks, doing all these tasks. Aphrodite had set these tasks for her, and in doing so, really, it was Aphrodite did set these tasks for her as a can't speak. Start again. Aphrodite set these tasks for her because she wouldn't allow her son Eros to partner up with Psyche without Psyche completing these tasks. But each of these tasks that she had set for her put Psyche's life at risk, and each time she thought she was going to die. Some of the message around this card is about is about death of the ego, death of these aspects of ourselves that no longer, that might be holding us back or might not be serving us, or that may be preventing you from being in your authentic self, or preventing you from trusting or being or showing up in your true nature. And so in the story, she has to complete all these tasks, and she finally does it until she gets to this last task, which she's then called to go into the underworld, and she has to face Hades and Persephone, the queen and the king and the lord of death. And she's at this point, she's just decided that she's not coming back. She's just decided she's like basically submitting to like the fact that it's very unlikely that she's going to come out alive, that she loves Eros, she'll still do this, she'll still go into the underworld despite knowing that this possibly is the end. So she loves so deeply that she's willing to surrender, she's willing to hand it over, she's willing to set her love free for it to find her. So it's actually a beautiful card. It can be about as well, it can be about Dark Night of the Soul. You know, where you might have been in a place of depression, or feeling sad and flat and hopeless. But the promise is that the sun will rise, and you will see, you will get to the other side of this. But it's going to require you to surrender, to let go, to literally let go of control and stop trying to control the outcome, and let life take care of it for you. So it is a pretty powerful card. Letting go is one of the most difficult things to do, I think, in relationships. To stop trying to make it work, or stop trying to control someone's behaviors, or trying to make anybody do anything. This is really about the submission to something greater than yourself, handing it over to God and let God carry the weight for a while, and you just let go. Okay, so the next card is, oh, wow. This is interesting. Now we have, Morgan said, I love this card, hard though it may be sometimes. Absolutely. Yeah, so now we've got this next card, the Hanged Man. And the Hanged Man really is about making sacrifices. It's about making greater sacrifices for the greater good. Now, some of the messaging around this card really is about you having to take like leadership, or to step into your personal leadership, having to make decisions, knowing that whatever decision you do make, whatever big decision, whatever sacrifice that you make in the coming weeks, really this is about you having to do this for the greater good of everybody involved. This isn't just for you, but it's not about being a martyr. This is about a willing sacrifice on the altar, and it's bloody and it's messy, and it does require you to make some tough decisions, and these decisions will create massive transformation. But when this card comes up, it's like we're hung in suspension. We're kind of moving into consciousness, moving out of consciousness. So going conscious and unconscious, like sort of swinging between the two, like being aware, totally aware of what you need to do and what's ahead of you, and then going unconscious again, sort of pretending it's not happening because you don't want to deal with it. And so, this is being in that state of suspension, knowing that you have to make a big decision, and that decision is going to create some kind of finality. It will create some kind of finality, which is why this card, there's some pressure around this card, why there might be some fear around this card. The Hanged Man is really a metaphor for the great sacrifice. The sacrifices that we all must make at some point in our life that require us to make decisions, not just for ourselves, but decisions that will impact the people around us. So it does require us to step into our maturity and to think carefully and clearly before we make a decision. But a decision must be made at some point. And look, there's in the story, Prometheus, his name is Prometheus. He stole fire from the gods. He stole fire from Zeus to evolve humanity, to evolve man. And Zeus didn't want to give him fire, but he knew that he had to do that to evolve man, and for man to evolve their brains so that they could evolve, right? But he knew that he would suffer for it. So Zeus hung him on this rock for many, many years, and this eagle would come down and peck at his liver during the day, and at night his liver would rejuvenate. So he suffered. He went through some serious suffering. So yeah, it is kind of like with this card, we've got to prepare ourselves for some of those difficult decisions. And maybe it won't be as dramatic because the Greek mythology, they kind of, it's very dramatic, it's very extreme. But not much has changed since ancient Greece. We're still learning the same lessons. We're still doing the same things, but in modern times, but still learning the same lessons. And yeah, there's a great sacrifice that needs to be made this week, a decision that will be an irrevocable change. It will create death of a situation, a finality to it. So, but you have to be the one to lead. That's the message of this card. You have to be the one to make the big call. Not happy with that. Who's unhappy with that? I'm not ready for that. I'm just going to swing. I'm going to swing back into the, not just spat there, sorry. I'll just swing back into the unconscious, I think. Anyway, all right, next card. Oh, no, I'm not allowed to. So we've got the Six of Swords. So this is about forward motion, being prepared to face what's ahead of you. And, maybe like having the maturity, having the insight, knowing that you cannot avoid the conflicts, or you can't avoid the change, that you can't avoid the transformation, that you're being called to continue to forge forward. Do not look back. Do not look back in the past. Forge forward and do the thing. Make the difficult decision, because it will, karmically, it's going to pay off. But this card is a bit of a relief, hey, once the decision's been made. And all leadership really requires like quick, swift decision making. And true leaders don't sit on the fence for days on end wondering when or if I should. They'll just get out there and do the thing. They'll make a decision and make it happen. And once we've done that, then we know what direction we're going in. Then there's clarity around the direction that you're being called to go in. And yes, there'll be a sense of certainty, knowing that what battle you're going to have to fight. You'll be clear around that. Now, I know that sounds dramatic around what battle you have to fight, but life isn't all just a box of, it's not just all love and light. There are conflicts in life, and often to go through transformation and change, it does require us to face conflict. And it can be internal conflict. It doesn't necessarily have to be external, but the internal conflict or the resistances. We have to learn to work through the defenses that we've put up to avoid the change, or to avoid our own personal growth, because of the discomfort that comes up when we have to face the truth. The swords are very much about clearing our karma by facing the truth, or facing our situations more honestly. And I know truth is kind of value driven, and it's subjective, and yeah, it'll be different. What that means for you will be different, for the other person, for everyone in this. We're all going to have our own idea of what that means. But, ultimately we're being called to wake up, to wake up, to face the truth. It's a pretty heavy reading, hey, wouldn't you say? It's a pretty heavy reading. So my message to everyone this week is hand it over, surrender. Whatever's troubling you, whatever is like hurting you, that's upsetting you, that's bringing you down, that's making you feel really flat and heavy, surrender, hand it over. Sometimes I do say this to my clients. I've said it before, just for today, hand it over to God, hand it over to your guides, hand it over to source, hand it over to the universe, and let life carry it for you for a moment or two, to give you a break, to have a break from it. And yes, the big lesson this week is about this is, he is in full surrender, hey? He's surrendered to what had to be done, what decision had to be made. The decision has to be made at some point. A sacrifice has to be made. And you're the one that needs to step into the leadership to do that. Don't wait for the other person, or don't wait for somebody else to do it. You're going to have to say the things that you don't want to say, or do the thing that you don't want to do. But actually you do want to do it. You just know that it's going to create change, significant change, irrevocable change once you do it. Maybe for some of you, the sacrifice has already been made, and you're sitting in it right now, and you're experiencing that suffering. Sometimes the suffering can be like watching, let's just say you split up from a partner and your kids are sad, or your kids are missing your ex-partner, and you're dealing with the emotions around that. that's kind of what this card is about, is the what happens when we have to make those big decisions. We know they're for the greater good, but it hurts. It hurts everyone around. Yeah, and Diane said, I feel these cards are saying it's time. And then, of course, this is about forging forward. This is about forward motion, no looking back in the past now. Once the decision has been made, then you know exactly what direction you can go in. And that clarity is going to collapse time pretty quickly and also clear your karma very quickly. And this is about, the swords really are about facing the truth, learning how to, knowing what your defenses are, working through the denial and all the things that we do to avoid the truth, to finally clear our karma or to clear the path or to face the situation that we're in, to evolve it, to grow, to transform. The swords are the most transformational of the minor arcana in the Mythic Tarot. So forward motion, no turning back, everyone. Continue to forge forward, make the sacrifices, say the things and hand it over, to surrender and hand it over. You will be taken care of. Yeah, so that's got me thinking now about my own stuff. I wonder what that means. I was just saying to a client this morning, touch wood, life's been pretty cruisy these last few weeks. I've just been cruising along. I'm not ready to make any big decisions right now. We'll see what happens. Anyway, all right. So Dawn said, those cards are on point for me. I had a horrible emotional and mentally trying week. Oh, I'm so sorry. With my oldest adult child, I feel beat up. I need direction. Oh, that's really sad, Dawn. I'm sorry to read that. That sounds very intense and very troubling, actually. Yeah, it's hard, isn't it? When, I don't know, but my friends who have older kids, they all talk about it being harder when they get older because you can't control their behaviours. You can't control them like you can younger kids. I could lock my kid in the house and she won't make the mistakes, and I'm scared of her making. But anyway, okay, Sue, you've got an interview for a new job tomorrow. Yes, let's have a look. Let's do a read for you. Hello, Sue. Oh, finally, hey? Finally, that's an interesting. I got excited about that for you. It's been a long time since we've spoken. Oh, so tell me, is this the job that you had when we were working together? Sue, is this the same job? Because I got pretty excited then when I saw that. Oh, you're so welcome, Michelle. Thank you for saying thank you. Hey, Jake, how are you? Australian Warlock's on. Hello. Yeah. Can you let me know, Sue, is this the same job? Not this job that you got the interview for, but the one that you're leaving. Okay, let me just pick some cards for you anyway whilst my internet's slow. I don't know why it's so slow, but yes, okay, so it's the same one. So now you've decided. The time has come, hey? That's amazing. That's amazing. The time has come. So how long has it been? A year since you've been contemplating on this, hey? Decision's been made. All right, let's pick some cards for you. Oh, Sue, this looks good. This looks good. Hey, you know what this card's about. You've done my course before. You know what this is about. This is about receiving some kind of recognition. I think my feeling is this is a yes. This is definitely a yes. I also see that we've got this card as well. So I don't know how many jobs you've applied for, but I think there's going to be more than one job offer for you. And you may have to have a think about it. Think about, the other opportunities there for you. But this is definitely a yes. This is great. What do you need to know? To go in with your expertise. Don't be afraid to step up. Don't be afraid to be seen. Don't be afraid to speak as though you are an expert. Yes, this is good. And all the experience that you've had. You've got lots of years of experience. So this is like you're going to be, this is the recognition. This is the recognition for your life's work. This is good. This is good news. So, I don't feel like I need to say anything else around that. You just got to go in and be seen. Showcase who showcase your skills. Don't be afraid to speak up as the expert. As an expert, not as an expert. All the love, Suze. I think there's going to be, my feeling is there's more opportunities for you. You may decide that you'll be open to looking at other you know, there's more, but wait, there's more. Yeah. Okay, so let's read for Jake. Hi, Jake, the Australian Warlock. Hello, Jake. Lovely to see you. I've recently had a betrayal occur in my life. I was wondering if you could give me some direction on how to move forward. Oh, I'm sorry, Jake. That's not good. That isn't good. Betrayals are just, they're difficult to move past, aren't they? Especially when your heart's been broken and your trust has been broken. Yeah. All right, let's see what cards come up for you, Jake. Getting I feel a bit warm. It's like we're back in winter here in Perth. It's just gotten a bit cold again. I've had the hang of it. The dryer going, the heater going, and my little heater going in here. I've had like the massive electricity bills this winter. So I can't stand being cold. All right, Jake, this is for you. Jake, I feel like the message for you is just get focused on your business. Don't worry. Try not to. I'm not dismissing your feelings around this. What I would like to say is that you just focus on your career. Just focus on what you've come here to do. Get focused on your thing, your craft. This also tells me there's an opportunity to upskill or like the doors are opening for another something more. I've been saying this to you for a while. This is like the second, this is about like the second career. But I feel with this card that there's, it's time for you to step into your leadership. It really is time to step things up. I've been nudging you for a while now. There's more confirmation around this. Also feel this is a guy coming in, and and he's likely to be young, not an older guy, a younger, well, maybe not younger than you, but a young guy that will inspire you to step up, to step into your power, to start focusing on taking your craft to the next level. I feel like there is some kind of opportunity for you, Jake, to do more than what you already are, like add something new to the mix, like developing another something like it's just there's more there and an opportunity for you really to take your craft to the next level, and so that's really, Spirit is guiding me towards you stepping into your leadership and just being really driven about it and taking action on what you're being nudged towards. Don't play small. It's like you're kind of holding yourself back, or you're not really fully allowing yourself to be challenged a bit, to let yourself grow, because that's really, we don't go through growth. Yes, it's great to have those flow moments where it's really easy and we reach the level of success and we're excited about what we can do and all of that sort of stuff. I mean, that's great. But the real growth happens, the real change, like the real transformations happen when we're challenged. When we're struggling, we're a bit, we're challenged, we're in some struggle where it's hard, and we have to find ourselves again. We have to learn. We start developing new skills through that. And I think you're ready for a new challenge, Jake. It's time, so you can really step up more powerfully into your leadership and stretch yourself more. But also, this is a guy coming in. This is a guy that's probably around your age, or maybe a little bit older, maybe even younger, but he's around your age. He's young. This is a young guy that will inspire you to do more with your craft. I hope that was helpful. Yes. Yeah. I'm just reading what Jake's saying, so I'm going, yeah, listening. So he's saying, step up and live my passions. Yeah, I feel, Jake, that you're playing too small, that you're not really fully stepping into what you're capable of. It's like you're not fully stretching yourself. It's time to evolve your practice. It's time to step up. And do more, learn more, open more, become more of Jake. And that will happen through going into new territory. You're going to find yourself again, find more of you, instead of Groundhog Day doing what you've always done. I know it's hard to focus on yourself. It is hard when you're going through hurts. Well, I guess that's sort of what's happening, isn't it? When you are going through hurts, you are focusing on yourself, but you're focusing on the pain body. The big medicine, Spirit would like you to get back into the pocket of your business. Focus on that and take it to the next level. Okay, so hi, Sandy. Hi, good to see you. Glad that you're here. If you're feeling generous and you'd like to offer it, cards are flying through. If you want to do a share, that would be amazing. I would really appreciate that. That would be fabulous. Yeah. So, Sandy, hello. Happy full moon, everyone. I didn't even realize it was a full moon. I was saying this earlier. I had no idea. It was my client that said to me this morning, so much for being an astrologer, right? Didn't even know it was a full moon. I've just been busy. I knew it was coming. I just didn't know what date it was. I knew it was there, but I wasn't thinking too much about it. Didn't even go out and have a look. Usually I go out on my balcony, go and, have a moment with Lady Luna. Oh, this one. Yeah. All right, Sandy, this is for you. Oh, thanks, Jake. Bless you. I appreciate the share. The share's really helpful, everyone. If you do feel like sharing, that would just be amazing. Yes, Diane, it is a massive transition for everyone. Hey, can you believe? Hey, everyone, can you believe we're nearly at Christmas? We've got like this school holiday. So this next term in Perth for school's only 9 weeks, and then it's Christmas. Can't believe it. So quick. So quick. All my courses are going to be they're supposed to be 9 months. Anybody who's doing my courses know that I say 7 months, then it goes for 9 months. I've done this, and I've created these 9-month courses. Now it's going to be a year or something like that, the way I'm going. I better go hurry up. Does it look good, Paul? I need to go and have a look, don't I? I will do. I'll look later. I'm going to take my crystals out. I haven't done that for a while either. I've just been absorbed with 3D reality. Just busy getting stuff sorted with that. Anyway, okay. Sandy, message for you. So anybody who's been watching my lives, I was seeing the Colombian. Do you remember? Do you remember I was telling everybody about that? I'm still seeing him. I'm still seeing the Colombian. Yeah, still happening. It may not after this week's energy report. Who knows? It wasn't very promising for me, that's for sure. All right, the 5 of Swords. Oh, and the 4. Wow. Okay, so Sandy. All right. So first of all, Sandy, I want to say first things first is that you need time to recover. This card usually comes up when we've been through difficult times and conflict in relationship, and you've been through some difficult times and it's been traumatic. You definitely need time and space on your own, or space to recover from the past, healing. This is the card of unpeopling. This is the card of having some quiet times, and that light's really annoying on it. This is the card of like quiet reflection, the unpeopling card. And we all need that time to process and to contemplate and to not have our mind occupied with other people's thoughts and opinions. And yes, it can be helpful. Of course, it can be helpful not to be trapped in our own mind. And then at other times we do need to have our own space to have our own mind, to have our own sense of agency, to have our own sense of sovereignty, to know what's going on inside of us without the interference of other people trying to tell us about our experience. So, Sandy, this card suggests to me that you do need that space. It's very important for you to have that quiet time and that quiet reflection time, and for you to contemplate on what's next for you. There is definitely a big decision that has to be made, and if you want the change, then you're going to have to do the thing that you're actually scared of. This card, it suggests that sometimes we have to move the dial. Sometimes, I'll start again. Sometimes we do all the things instead of the actual thing that needs to be done to move the dial, to create the transformation, or to create the shift that you're really looking for. So the message in this card is to do the thing that you've been avoiding. It's time to do it. It's time to, you're getting a nudge. Apollo stands over Orestes and says, listen, you've had your contemplation time. Now it's time. Well, you need to contemplate and then do the thing. Actually make the decision. It's going to grow you for sure. It'll grow you. And once the decision's been made, then you'll know what direction you're going, or then you'll have more certainty about what's ahead of you. And it's like you kind of resign yourself at that point. Once it's like I'm asking you to resign yourself to the fact that you've got to do the thing, whether you like it or not. Orestes is being protected by Apollo. So even if it feels overwhelming, like you're scared it's not going to work, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. You have to do the thing. Do the thing. Do the thing. Okay, that was your message, Sandy. Rena said, was he the one that appreciated your grounding in your spiritual side? Yes, something like that. Something like that. I've had to have I've been calling him, I shouldn't say this online, but I will say it. I've been calling him Caramello clip-on koala, because he's just he's like a clip-on koala. Caramello. I'm not very good. I need space. He's not very good at giving me space. He's just very affectionate. I think I'm not used to it. I don't deal with it. I don't even like my kid sitting on my lap. It bugs me. I love my kid. Don't get me wrong. Anyway. Yeah. Oh, of course. I wouldn't be talking about it. I wouldn't be saying, yes, of course, it's not bad. Yeah, it's all consensual. Yes, clip on. And when it's not consensual, so it can just back off. Go and sit over there. Give me some space. Yeah. Apparently he had a dream that I sent him a text message saying, love, give me some space, or something along those lines. Yeah. Anyway. As long as he's worth it, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what unfolds. I'm not rushing in. We'll just see. I just keep assessing the situation as it unfolds. Yeah. He's all right. Yeah, well, it was a real combo, but apparently I sent him a text message when I was next to him in his dream. So he's picking it up subconsciously. I took that as, I didn't say anything to him. I just let him laugh about it and joke about the text message. But in my psychology, my training, I picked it up as he's picking up that I want space, that he's getting that. But it's not that I don't want to see him. I just don't like having someone clipping, I don't like having a clip-on koala on, which is constantly clipped on me. It's too much. Can't handle it. Can't breathe. Can't stand breathing on me as well. I'm one of those people that I just can't stand breathing on my ear and stuff. I just don't breathe next to me. Don't chew next to me. Don't breathe next to me. All of that. All right. Who am I reading for now? I'm gonna read for you, Diane. Hi, Diane. I'm gonna pick some cards for you. Hello. It's good to see you. And then I'm gonna read for I can't pronounce your name. Palab. I'll read for you next. So, Diane, let's pick some cards for you. Oh, Diane, it's time. Okay, we've got the card of partnership, the Two of Cups. So this tells me, look, you've been getting messages like this a lot recently. Like every time I read for you, it's coming up. I think you've got to work on this betrayal stuff, but this fear of betrayal, this fear of being betrayed, or letting down the guard around. Yes, I know. Again. Yeah, it's time to. It's like I I'm encouraging you to take some risks, and yes, it's going to create some conflict inside of you. Yes, it will. It definitely will. But it's time. It's time. It's not over yet. There's someone else there, and a partnership. And this tells me that it's an opportunity for love. But you can't give. This Psyche doesn't give up on Eros. She doesn't give up on him. That entire time, she does not give up on him. So we go back to the energy report for this week. For those of you who've just jumped on, once I finish this live, go back and have a listen to the energy reports, a collective read for everyone. Your spirit team, my spirit team, your higher self, my higher self, all working in sacred collaboration together. And I did a collective read for everyone. The card that came up in that collective read, Diane, if you remember, was the 8 of Cups, which is about surrender and submitting to the calling, to where you're being just open, let go and open up to love. Let yourself have it. There is a relationship coming in for you. I wish I could give you more details around it. I feel like, I can see a man with dark hair. He's got a full head of hair and it's darkish. So he's not fully grey. He might even be younger than you. I think I picked that up last time, didn't I? Yes. He's got a full head of hair. He's got all his teeth as well. He's nice. He's handsome. Tall. Solid. Younger than you. Full head of hair. That's nice. Had to have someone with some hair on their head. Diane? Well, he'll have to, yes, that's right. That's exactly right. Acts of service, cup of tea, having the washing done, all of that sort of stuff. You'll have to reveal that insight to him when he crosses your path. I'm sure he'll be open to it. You've just got to honestly work through some of this stuff that's preventing you, the hurts from the past, preventing you from having this. My son is, he'll be older. I'm getting late 40s, maybe early 50s. No, I think he's 48, 49-ish. Maybe in his 50s, but his hair's not fully silver. He's not like a silver fox. He's got dark hair. He hasn't gone fully grey. Not yet, anyway. That's okay. Don't anything is possible, Diane. He's going to be younger than you. Maybe I've got the age wrong, but he's definitely younger than you, and I feel confident in saying that. I've got no anxiety in that whatsoever. There's nothing wrong with having, anyway. I was going to say some inappropriate things. I won't. Well, at least, no, I better not. I don't want to offend anyone. Anyway, okay, who am I reading for now? I'm going to read for, okay, let's read for Janine. Hi, Janine. Hi, Rebecca. Hello. Good to see you. Yes, I'll read for you as well, Rebecca. So, Janine. Hi, Janine. That's a lovely picture on your profile there. I'd love a reading. Been seeing a guy for 6 months. We're definitely connected, but he doesn't want to commit. Oh, okay. Yet he'll not let me go. I don't want him to let me go, but I can't carry on like this. He seems to be coming round, but is it worth waiting around? So my instincts are no, but you're going to do whatever you're going to do anyway. And my feeling is that this guy's, I've got anxiety. I am a bit anxious about it. It doesn't feel good. And that's not to say that he's a bad person or anything along those lines. I just don't feel like he has the capacity to be fully emotionally present for you in the way that you deserve. I don't feel he's got that. And I've got a bit of anxiety around this for you. I'll pick some cards for you. I also get that, the fact that he's he doesn't, this is somebody who doesn't want to grow up is what I'm getting. Somebody who's not willing to, he doesn't want to grow up. Is not willing to mature, to be mature, to have the maturity to come into the relationship with you and meet you where you're at. I don't feel he's mature enough for that. And I just, you deserve to have somebody who wants you, all of you, not just part of you, all of you. And you can have that. You will have that. You will have that. This relationship gives me some anxiety. I'm going to be honest. I've got anxious feelings in my belly. Does that mean it's evil or bad? No, it just tells me there's an off note there. And you've got an opportunity to course correct if you want to. You'll do it in your own way, in your own time, when you're ready. It's not up to me to tell you what to do with your relationship. It's not up to anyone to tell you what to do. And, you'll make your decisions when you're ready. You intuitively know. Your instincts are telling you. That's why you've jumped on. I think you know already. Okay, let me pick some cards for you. Yeah, sometimes we get involved. Oh, I don't know. Anyway. So, all right. So we've got, I don't think he's been completely honest with you. So this is, of all the cards that I picked out of the Mythic Tarot, this is the card of deception. And I don't think he's been completely honest with you. I think you're a very attractive, beautiful, emotionally deep woman. And that's very attractive to him. But I don't believe he can meet you where you need to be met. And I don't think he's been completely honest with you. And he's just like, a bit deceptive in his motivations, his intentions. It's like, he wants his cake. He's got his one foot in and 1 foot out just in case. And I'm not happy for that for you. You're a very deeply, emotionally intuitive, psychic. You're a bit like his. You've got the capacity to. You'd make a great therapist. You have that capacity to hold space for people in that way. And look, and I think he's clearly attracted to you. It's not a case of not being attracted to you. He is for sure. You're a beautiful woman, but he cannot. I'm going to say it again. He cannot meet you where you're at what level, the depth that you need. That you look at her dress. This is you. You can just completely immersed in the water element. You're a deep, emotional, passionate woman. You need more than what he's got to offer. So that's your message. Okay. Yeah. I think you're onto it, Janine. You're picking it up. You already know it. You just needed some confirmation from me. From someone, but you'll in your own time you'll make a decision when you're ready, and that's just the worst part, isn't it, when you really like someone and then but you know that it's going to have to come to an end at some point, and you just try and keep it going to avoid the heartbreak, the hurt, the pain of the grief of having to say goodbye, to end it, for ending it, because it does. You're gonna, it's gonna sting, it's gonna hurt, but you'll get through it. You'll get through it for sure. There'll be someone else, someone better, someone who has the capacity to meet you where you need to be met. Yeah. All right. So, okay. Who else am I? Well, I was going to read for. No, I didn't forget you. You just look like you weren't there. Now you're reading. What did you ask me? It was something to do about getting married, wasn't it? Where I'm looking back. Can you tell me your question again? I think I can pronouncing your name incorrectly. Palab? How will be my 2023 in all? Well, that's a very broad question. All right. I'll do my best to answer one of the themes. Let's look at one of the themes. What will one of the themes be in 2023 for you? Let's see what comes up. We'll ask that question. We'll reframe it, hey? What will one of the themes be? Oh, in saying that, everyone, listen up, okay? I want to give you a heads up. You know, some of you might know, some of you might not know, I do solar return readings. They are the most accurate readings. Solar return readings are it's predictive astrology. So basically, we get to take a snapshot of the sun returns back to your original birth date, and we take a snapshot of the sky of what's going on for your solar year. So your new year, your personal new year, is on your birth date. And so it's from birthday to birthday. And I map that out, and it's so accurate. And the reason why I know it's so accurate, because I've looked at mine and I've looked at previous years, but also I've worked with many charts now with clients that I know personally. I know some of their personal stuff, and it's just blown my mind that, you know, the confirmations, like you can't make it up. It's so accurate. It's blowing my own mind. I love it so much. It's so much fun. So when I do your solar return, I also look at your transits. So I look at what's transiting in your natal chart as well. And so we're looking for we're looking for opportunities for you for making, you know, when you want to make some big decisions, or for a relationship, or the best time to set up a business, or the best time to dive on into marriage, or that sort of thing. But also looking for themes that are playing out over the year, and what's when it's likely to be most intense, or when, you know, most, you know, auspicious, that sort of thing. The transits are really good. I've been looking at mine. I'm currently going through my Chiron return, which is me having lots of painful realizations. I think I was talking to another astrologer about that the other week, and he was saying to me that it's going to grow me. I'm going to mature. I already thought I was mature, but apparently I'm going to mature even more going through after going through my Chiron return. So Chiron's it's a very interesting. Well, anyway, so if you'd like a solar return read, the link is above this live. They're incredibly accurate. I encourage you to jump in on it. Even better, what I would suggest is to do, if you can afford it, I know it's not everybody can, but if you can afford it, to do the natal and the solar return combined package. Now, legitimately, the price for that is going to, not this year, but next year, it's going to go up to 2023. I have to put the prices up because it takes me about 2.5 hours to do it. It's a big chunk of time to do the reads. So, and it is like going down a rabbit hole. You can just keep on going. Just bought some new textbooks and stuff. I've been self-teaching. I've been self-taught around the solar returns. I haven't been learning about that in my astrology course. I just got onto it, and I couldn't stop learning about it, couldn't stop looking at it, just can't, like, so addicted to it and get scared looking at mine. But they're really great, really insightful. We'll give you the theme, what's going to, like, major themes that are happening over the course of over the year, where you're likely to make most of your money, where your growth is, where your strengths are, where your, you know, what's happening in your relationships. It's great. They're really good. They're really, really good. Anyway, up in the link above. So, yes, Miranda, yours is tomorrow. I know. I got my books out. Today and had a quick look. Now I've got all my books. So I'm not just doing it intuitively anymore. Now it's like I've got all the big heavy duty books in front of me now, having a look. I can't wait to incorporate that as well. It's going to be super fun. Can't wait, Miranda. All right. So where are we? That's right. The theme. All right, let's have a look. Okay, so the theme for you next year for 2023 is you'll be going through major transition, a major shift. So transitioning from like big changes happen before, like maybe even before 2023, that cause you to go through a massive transformation. So when I say massive transformation, it's an internal shift where which is probably already started, which has probably already been happening for you. But this is the card of being like a caterpillar in the chrysalis. Your next year for you is really about doing all the internal work before you can have what you want. You have to do some of this, the psychological work, or the psychological growth, the inner growth first, or like a recalibration, a reintegration, reorganization. And yes, and it will be, you know, be careful that you don't burden yourself with too many things, like maybe my feeling is actually with this card is that you have a lot of responsibility on your shoulders, and I suspect that you have a lot of people in your family that lay this responsibility on you. And this card really is about dropping some of that, like being open to starting a new chapter, being open to starting again, and dropping some of the extra responsibilities that aren't your problems to be concerning yourself with, that to focus on yourself. And yeah, otherwise you're going to be incredibly burdened if you take what's going on in 2022 into 2023. It's not going to get any lighter, it'll get heavier. So you're being called to really is to focus on doing the internal work. I feel with this card, since you've asked this question and this is the card that came out, I feel for 2023 for you, it's an inside job. This is about you working on your internal self, building relationship with yourself and preparing to go through significant change. Well, the person that you are at the beginning of the year won't be the same person at the end of the year. And you'll get what you want. Whatever it is that you've been wanting, which I suspect is around relationship, that you'll have it by the end of next year. Now, okay, that's your message. Oh, thanks, Jasmine. I appreciate that. Jasmine said, whoa, I opened my FB and here you are. First thing I see. Good. So we're not listening. It's good, isn't it? It's a relief. It is a relief because there's so much. I was saying that earlier. There's so much junk on FB. I don't consider myself as junk. It's a good thing. Anyway, yes. So I'm glad that you're here, Jasmine. I keep banging my arm. I have to move it off the table because it's banging. It's making banging noise. It's annoying. Oh, thanks, Jasmine. She said, I love your reads. Okay, so who am I going to read for first? Who's next? Yes, Rena. I'll read a card for you. Serena is saying, I'd love a card. So we're just going to pull any card for Rena now and see how we go. How are we going for time? Oh, good. Still got some time. Oh, just pulling my sleeves up. You get all serious about it, hey? Yeah. So let's see what we've got. I need to have so many conversations. There's so many things I want to say tonight that it's all R-rated. So I'm feeling like I need to have an R-rated session at some point. We'll do it later. It has to be like a late night R-rated reads because I'm picking up stuff all the time. It's like, yeah. I'm not joking. Yeah, the R-rated cards. Yes. I need to do it. I need to set up just once a month the R-rated. No, I don't know what I'm going to call it, but the R-rated where I can just say all the things, say the whole lot, Yeah. I wish you could read my mind. Anyway, all right, Friday Night Filth. Yes, that might be a good one. Something like that. But I don't want to work Friday nights. Can't be a Friday night. It's got to be because I'm doing it for free. It's got to be on a night that's not going to take away from because I need it. I might want to have a filthy night on a Friday night offline. So, yeah. But something like that. That sounds good, Rena. All right, let me pick some cards. I've lost a few people after saying that. That's all right. They'll survive it. They'll survive it, won't they? Oh, I forgot, Rebecca. I forgot. I will read for you. I'm sorry, Rebecca. It's on its way. Okay. Rena. Oh, Rena, did you watch the beginning of this? Jasmine saying if there's a card read opportunity for a card read, R or PG rated will do, whatever. Sure. So, Rena, now, yes, look, I think a decision has to be made. And you probably the raunchy reads. That might be a good one, Diane. That might be a good one. I'll have to wear a sexy dress or something, hey? Get all my hair and Something like that. Anyway, okay, I've got to read for Rena, so let's get a bit more serious now. So, Tangy Tuesdays. I'm not sure about that. Tangy Tuesdays. Yeah. So, Sunday smudge. Yeah, that's all right. But then that has to be late. I'll come up with something. Don't worry. We're going to do a Halloween thing, a Halloween theme. So keep your eyes open. I've got all the ladies who've been doing my my tarot course. We're going to do a Halloween special where it'll be going for like at least 12 hours, just non-stop free reads. It'll probably be in a Facebook group, but you can't say, I know, Diane. We can say all the things in that private Facebook group, though. So it'll be for Halloween. We're preparing. I'm getting it prepared. There'll be amazing readers on. So I'll make sure I'll do a launch. You'll all hear about it. I'll send you an invite. Come into the group. You'll meet some amazing women who are incredibly skilled at what they do, and yeah, an opportunity to pick up a reading and even potentially book a reading with some of the incredible women that I've been who just don't get seen, like they're hiding in the shadows. I'm going to expose them, an expose of these incredible women that I work with. Hi, Tanya. Hello. All right. Now, I've got to, yes, it'll be so much fun, Jasmine. It'll be lots of fun. It'll be lots of fun. I may show up. I'll be monitoring it. I'll be like monitoring it. I don't know if I'll read. I'm going to let the girls let them be the star of the show, I think. Let them showcase all the girls because they're really amazing. Anyway, all right. So back to Rena. Rena, now you remember at the beginning of this read, I feel a decision has to be made. You're sitting in this kind of like on this like it's time. It's time to make the decision, and you're going to have to say the things. You're going to have to speak up and speak your truth and speak out and say what needs to be said. And there is some discomfort around that for sure. I think, the sacrifice, you're going to have to make the decision for someone else as well, which is uncomfortable. But you can't, change is inevitable. Change is upon you. And it's you can't avoid it forever. So I feel you need to sharpen your communication skills, and it's time, which you're incredibly communicative. I've spoken to you before. We've had a session together. You're very clear in your communication, but now it's actually time to say what needs to be said. And I don't know why I get this about you. I'm feeling like this is around relationship. Okay, that's your message. All right. I've got a little bit of anxiety with that too. It made me feel a bit anxious. Oh. Now, where's Rebecca Williams? Hello, Rebecca. Yes, I'll pick a couple of cards for you. Hi, Rebecca. Good to see you. Saw your links in my inbox. Excited, hey? Feels so far away. So far away. Okay. You got the message, Rena? Okay, that's good. I felt nervous saying that to you because, anyway. All right, Rebecca Williams. Let's see what the cards have to say. Yeah, I want to do some more solar return charts, people. I'm definitely going to be plugging into that this week. I'm keen, like super keen. Love them. That's a good sign, hey? If someone loves their job, you're going to get a good read. Like I'm loving them. So they'll be on tomorrow. Can't wait to do more. Keen, super keen. Calling it in, magnetizing, solar return charts. Like they're just the best. So good. So clear. Yeah. Anyway, okay. So, oh, look, Rebecca, I think you're going to have to make some quick decisions, some shifting energy here, swift decision making. You're going to have to a course change in direction or a change in in a course of direction. Just a quick, swift shift now. Things you have to make a decision very quickly. And either you've already done it, or you are about to make that quick decision, but you've got to do it quickly. You've got to act quickly. This tells me that things are about to shift, change like significantly and very quickly. So you look at this. This is the 10 of Cups. You can see this, that you get what you want. You do get what you want. And yeah, this to me is like you're being guided. You're being guided by spirit. You're being held by spirit. You know this already. You're going to have to make some big, quick decisions very quickly. This is what these cards are suggesting. And then, and commit to it. Commit to the decision that you've made. Commit to it and go all in on it. And you will feel contented with the decision that you make. It won't be the wrong decision. You'll feel content with the decision that you've made. So do the thing. Like, make the decision. You've got to do it quickly. I don't know what that's about. Okay, so that's relevant then. That's good. All right. Hello, everyone. If you've just joined, so glad you're here. All the love. I hope you're having an amazing week. Happy full moon. Excellent, Rebecca. Thrilled that it's accurate for you. That's good. Hi, Beck. Would love a work or relationship card, please. Sure, we'll see what comes up, shall we? We'll just see what Spirit has to say, what Spirit would like to share with us tonight. Thank you for joining me, everyone, and thank you for all the people who've shared. I really appreciate the shares. They do help significantly to get my work out there. And I love showing up to do the reads. I've had a little bit of a break recently because I sort of haven't been as consistent with it of late. Just busy. As Rebecca was saying, my calendar's pretty booked up. That wasn't a negative sigh. Just I feel like I don't have enough hours during the day. I find that a bit frustrating. I'd love to do more. I'd love to do more work, heaps more. Just love doing what I do. My hours, because I work with just like school hours. That's what limits me, is because of working between school hours. I can't work all day. So I just get this, and I've got one night that I work on a Wednesday, work late because I run courses on that day. And I even do Friday nights. Like, I do as much as I can, but at the same time, I've got to have a life too, hey? Otherwise I'm working nonstop, which I pretty much work nonstop. It's not, yeah, anyway. So, yes, okay. Beck, let's read for you. Yeah, a lot of my time is taken up with teaching. For those of you who've just joined that may not know me, I teach tarot psychology or tarot therapy. I have like an introduction to tarot, and then I also have, I should have put a link in there. I should have done that. I might do that in a minute, but I have an introduction to tarot course as well as my 9-month course. So I'm busy doing, that takes up a lot of time. Hey, I'm busy teaching, and I've got a few groups running at once. So that's a big chunk of that's why my books are full, Rebecca, because a lot of it is teaching as well. So my one-to-one time is a bit of a privilege these days to get me one-to-one. So yeah, you kind of have to book a fair way in advance these days. I can't sort of do a session tomorrow kind of style. You're lucky if there's a gap. Like, sometimes gaps come up. I think Miranda got in pretty quickly. She had a yeah, I'm busy, Tanya. Hey, like, I'm busy. It's mainly teaching these days, because I don't have enough space for, like, I've got space for one-to-ones, but yeah, it's mainly, most of my time's teaching. Anyway, that's enough about that. So Beck, let's have a look at what's going on here for you. Oh, Beck, okay. So I feel like this is around work for you, okay? And I feel you need to set a new goal. You need to set a goal and start climbing that mountain. Start looking towards your success, or looking for ways to reach your success in your career or in a career that you really love. But this to me is about hard work and dedication. And maybe you're already doing that, but this is confirmation that you will get paid. Like, you will get paid well. You will receive from it. And sometimes this card isn't necessarily just about the money. It's also about the recognition. It's also about the qualification. It's also about the remuneration, whether that be not just financially, but also in terms of doing what you love and receiving recognition and reaching a goal and feeling satisfied with, like, climbing that mountain. And yeah, this feels to me that, and here's the other thing. Okay, so this just dropped in. I've got, like, not a shadow. I didn't hear the word shadow, but I may as well have heard that. Between all that, I heard an older man, and an older man, and an older man. So yes, this is about work, but it's also, there's an older guy coming in for you, someone who's a bit older than you. Now, I don't know when that's going to be, and I just got told, tell her 6 months' time. So yeah, okay. And then the other card that I've got for you is the Hierophant. Now, this card is really about you having some painful realizations, okay, about your past and about decisions that you've made. And this is the wound that we've got to continually go into to heal it, to find some sense of healing. It's the wound that doesn't heal, really. And it's like a gaping, a wound but it's medicinal. Every time we go into it, we do heal a little bit more, but it sort of stays open. And each time we go into it, we come out with medicine, not just for yourself, but for other people. And you bring that into your relationships. You bring that wisdom into your relationships. I feel with this card that you're still healing from the past, and that you need to, not that you need to go digging up, re-traumatizing yourself around it, not at all, not one little bit, but becoming conscious, becoming awake to your patterns of why you attracted what you have, or why you have been in the relationships that you have been in, and maybe what you might not be fully owning up to in yourself. I'm not blaming you for anybody else's behavior. That's not what I'm saying at all. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying, though, is sort of looking at the ways in which you might have accepted certain things that you wouldn't, tolerated things from these people that you wouldn't want your child to tolerate, or your daughter to tolerate, but yet you tolerated those things. And looking at some of these childhood wounds and finding ways to heal that. So you can, so this guy may help you with that for sure. You don't want to rely on somebody to rescue you from your wounds either, right? You've got to sort of do the work too. All right, so that's your message. You've got to do some of the personal work. It's time to do some of the personal work. Yes, that's right. There you go. So Beck said, I accept a lot more than I would let anyone else tolerate. You know, that's a sign in itself, hey? That's a sign in itself. Yes, Paul. Hello, Paul. Paul always is such a loyal follower, hey? Paul always drops in and says hello. I was having a little look on you because you left me a message today, Paul. I thought, who's this guy? Who is this guy? I'm going to have a look at his Facebook. You were making me laugh. You got some funny stuff on your Facebook. There was a video of a woman. Her daughter was videoing her, and she goes up to her mum. Paul, you'll remember this one on your video. She goes up to her mum and she says, "Mum, who's Mike?" Something to do with Mike and something of her game. And she goes, and the mum goes, "I don't know, Mike. I don't know a Mike. I don't know any Mike." And then the daughter goes, "Yeah, Mike Hunt." Right? And the grandma, the mum's going, "Mike Hunt? Mike Hunt?" My God. And then she realized what she was saying. I was giggling away to that video. That was funny, Paul. Yeah, it was good. It was funny. It was a good one. Yeah, you need to share. I'm going to have to steal some of your funny posts. Yeah, it made me laugh. I'm always up for a cheap laugh. Don't mind me a cheap laugh, that's for sure. Yeah, Mike can't. Yeah, it's fucking funny. Anyway, maybe love. Yeah, I should post the video now, Paul. I'm going to have to steal it off your page and post it for everyone. Put it in the feed here so we can all have a giggle. Yeah. All right. So, Paul, this is for you. Oh, interesting. Okay, Paul. So now I don't know. We need an R-rated reading. Yeah, we're gonna have to have one, aren't we, Jasmine? It's on its way. Maybe we should do it for Halloween. Maybe I should let the girls just do whatever they want for Halloween, just say the things. We all talked about getting dressed up as well. So coming in costumed up. Maybe we should do the Rocky Horror Picture Show or something like that. We'll come up dressed up as someone from the Rocky. I'll come up with a theme. Don't worry. We're planning it. It's in the pot, in the cauldron, cooking. Anyway, okay, moving on. So Paul, look, I think with this card, it's just a reminder that you do have a purpose. And if at any point you've been wondering what it is, this is like a message to you to start trusting and believing that you do have a soul contract, and there is, like, you do have a mission in this lifetime. There's a legacy that you're being called to leave. And I feel with this card that you are a natural healer, that you have this natural capacity or ability to be able to hold space and listen to people. People probably come to you and tell you, your mates, friends will tell you some of their life stories or their troubles. Now, I don't see this as being like a traditional therapist. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking more like a guide or a mentor or some kind of like, I hesitate to use the word coach because Facebook is just filled with so much coaching bullshit. Like, I'm just sick of reading the crap. That was me this week. Sick of reading all this coaching crap. Sick and tired of it. This shit that people talking about themselves and how perfect their fucking lives are. It's all crap. Triggered. I was triggered. Anyway, it's all crapola. I'm not talking about coaching. That's not what I mean. I think more along the lines of just like healing, like coming in and doing the healing work that you came here to do on your terms. And if you've been thinking about doing some kind of work around helping people, I just feel this is a strong path for you. I get the fact, I get that there's a decision that you've been with, like you've been sort of holding off making, and that the crapola, that's right. I get there's a decision, this is about stretching yourself out of your comfort zone, and yeah, I'm going to say something pretty harsh, but you don't want to go to your grave wondering if it would have worked or if it didn't work. Just like to make the decision to do what you actually feel called to do. This is the Hierophant. Really, he comes from first of all, Chiron is a mentor to all the great heroes in the Greek mythology, and he nurtured and he looked after and he was a caretaker for all these kind of orphaned children. And he became like, he sort of gave them, he had a parental role, but he was also a spiritual advisor. And he brought medicine. He brought plant medicine to humanity. He's a very wise teacher. And you have that capacity to teach and to hold space in that way. And the reason that you do is because you've seen a lot. You've been through a lot. I mean, Chiron, when we're talking about Chiron's wounding, we're talking about, events, traumatic events. There's stuff that you've been through in life that you've got, that's given you insights into psychology, into the human psychology that you don't have to get a uni degree for. This is lived experience, expert by lived experience. And yeah, so I feel like with this card, you did a healing today and yesterday. Oh, so you are a healer. Oh, it's your calling, Paul. It's what you've come here to do. You need to open up to this legacy. Become the mentor. Become the mentor. Like, open your mind and your heart to the possibility that you can. You think of your work as like being a spiritual advisor. I feel that this is strong for you, and maybe you might even be playing a little bit small around that. Look at this little guy here, playing too small. It's time to stretch yourself a bit more, Paul. and step out of your comfort zone and really claim what you've come here to do in this lifetime. Yeah, so that's your message. All right. What? Oh, for God's sake. Did anybody read Jack? I'm not going to put user in timeout. I'm just going to block him. Jesus Christ. I never get rude things. That's the first one that somebody said, look, I feel happy now. That's the first one someone has offered me a cucumber. Something must be working. I've been complaining about that, haven't I? For everybody that knows me online, I've been complaining about the fact that I don't get dick pics ever. Never, ever, never. I did get a ceramic one. It was literally somebody sent me, thought they were being sexy and sent me a ceramic one. What the hell? What's that? That's not even, if you're going to send one, send a real one. I didn't want it. But anyway. And then I got an X-ray. An X-ray guy sent me an X-ray of his knee. But actually, he wanted me to see his willy for sure, because you could see it was like he was hung like a donkey. It was huge. Yeah. Yeah. An X-ray, though, you know. Pathetic. If you're going to send one, send the proper one. Yeah, the X-ray. Do you remember that, Miranda? Yeah, the X-ray. Yeah. All right, who am I reading for? And get back to doing platform work. Absolutely, Paul. Just go all in. Don't hold back anymore. It's time. You've got big medicine to share. Yeah. So, okay, how am I going for time? Oh, I've got to go, everyone, because I've got to get my daughter to bed because she's got school in the morning. I've got to go and be a mum. I have to go and be a mum. You've got X-rays. Oh, you remember that as well, Carlina. Yeah, it's out of control. I'm out of control. I'm X-rated in all my groups. X-rated, not just R-rated. I'm triple X-rated in my groups. I'm the unconventional. I don't know, just the inappropriate therapist. Yeah. Anyway, I'm sending you all the love. Yes, please go and jump on. Oh, that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to share my tarot with you. I might have to do that. That's what Spirit wants me to do. I was talking about opening up another channeling group, like an online channeling group. And Spirit I talk to Spirit. I have conversations. I was talking to Spirit about it, and Spirit was telling me to wait, yeah. Anyway, yeah. I have to just pause. Okay. All right, I better go. I'm sending you all the love, everyone. Take care. Have an amazing evening. And I'm just so grateful that you all show up. It wouldn't be fun without you all. So I'm just grateful that you're all here. All the love, everyone. And I'll see you next week. I'm back. Okay? Consistency, I'm back. All the love. Take care.